Nalaru san ko dana ni ana ko sasan na jishona lar har ko dana hiana amen. Narahu sasan da kap ko na kaya na sana jishona hiana lo hona ndi rana ko sana jishona ni gracious sana jishona ati hala dana yara ka dana amen. Se hala na hala ru sana di hata ko dana ni ato dana ni ko sana di hari ko dana. Lera udane tsosone tsone de turare sone de sana de kusone de teragra so shone de sone de toda ni dara like us as a rush shara shara so stone de sana de he odana hala rugana ni yara amen aba mama sona de ha rugana hera darona sona de ha baba de gado aduna yara kon sona de ha rugana de kap kon ma ha. So, humans, if no one just messed up with the word of my father from the scroll, no one translates it and leave it as it was, but just preach what they were taught from David. Was David, Peter, the rock, passed on to one another to other. It was the right teachings. If no man did not messed up with my scroll or the teaching from the Father, no one has been cursed. Your world isn't be like this. Astray. You are all being led to tray. To a tray. Where's the tray? The lava, the fire. Why? Because the scroll or what you call Bible long ago was all written like it was in the Hebrew word. Worse than that, not like that. It was all in tongues. It was all in tongues which shouldn't have been translated because once it was translated, it becomes a curse. Yes, it was a curse. Because you will translate it different than you shouldn't. This is why you are what you are. You are all fighting because of your so-called books. It's dead. It's yourselves. It's yourselves. Like your phones. It is. It's a cursed book. Not for those who are not called. If they should have wait for me to come and explain to the world what that means, but they excluded and burnt it. That is why you have no peace in the world, because you made it of your own. See? The true, the maker, the through him all things were made. It was the word from the Father. The word from the Father, which is shouldn't have been translated, because once you translate it, you make your own word and your tongues is blasphemous. You speak it, you speak that, you become a speaker because you think you know it all. So literally, you ask for your own sufferings. Sis, you have asked for your own sufferings for translating the world that you do not know. Because in tetragramma or you speaking in tongues, one word to us has already its meanings. Like Malachi. You called Malachi, Malachi, we call Malachi. It is 2 words to 3 words, but different explanation, different meanings. One word to the other. We cross, we forward, we reverse, we go down, and then reverse back again like the V, like an abacus in the V. So literally, you are the ones who ask for your own sufferings, which is you should have been accepted wholeheartedly without whining, because it is you who made it. That's why you shouldn't have any called that books in your own home, because every time you read it, you are just making your soul, what do you call that? Without having a rest. You cannot find a resting point, because every time, how many times you read your Bible, your so-called books, you just become more and more and more. Every time you read the words, you just become unrest. What do you call it? No rest. You cannot reach your resting point because you read it over and over and over and over and over and over. So your souls just keep going back and going back like a circle in the limbo. Because you don't know, you have no idea what it means. It is a book, Ab. You called oración. Oración that only the called should preach to. That's why you just keep coming back to the world like a limbo, like a tornado, getting lost on the limbo. That is what happens. That is why I never read that, because it is a curse only for the called to preach on, because there is one that can explain to it. One word has different meaning. That is what tetragramma, or you call the speaking in tongues, are. They forward the word, and then like in a V abacus, in a style of V abacus, they forward the word, and then they go down, and then up again on the other side, and then backward. That is how we do it, so it won't become a curse. But you ask for your own, so-called theologian. That is why where they are now, lost in the darkness of their own limbos. Shouldn't touch nothing that are not belong to you, humans. Every time you read that, your souls just become cannot find the resting point, because you just keep coming back to the world where you was, like a limbo in the tornado, got lost in the past. So do not talk to me about your books, because I know what it means there. They are guiding me. Nara Hussein Harala. Every time you keep just posting about your books, so you're just dipping and dipping your own sorrows. Your own sorrows with sorrows. You don't feel that in your flesh. Yeah, and not yet in the flesh, but later on. After the review of your death. After life. Si hana godar hayana ko sani di holar hina godani hana sasana shona di hada di hana ko sani shona. Loriana na hada na sana sasana di holar honar ko sani di hana. Na di hana ko sani sasana moder holar sasana holar shona di hai ko sani di hana. Dari holar di ara sasana sasana di hana shona na di ara. Dara na hana hada na hana. Amen. Nela Jose hira ko dani hana ko sasana sasana di tala. Nare. Kapkon maka hayona isa ni hari halai tuhan segede di hari sunat chana dari apa baca sunat apa ya sunat apa kita dah lihat ko dah lara. Amen.